Good morning, everybody. I'm going to jump right into this, and I want to go through and do a quick study and go for a little more understanding here. A little more direct, literal understanding. Absolutely, you can see a symbolic, literal, and figurative interpretation, most likely from each verse that you would choose to read from the Bible. And as they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words, but even a sentence can be worth a book's worth of explanation. So I'm going to start over in Isaiah chapter 51, and I'm going to start in verse 9 of chapter 51, Isaiah 51:9, and we are going to read real quick to chapter 16, or to verse 16, I apologize. Isaiah 51:9 through 16. Awake, awake, put on strength, O arm of the Lord. Awake, as in the ancient days and the generations of old. Are you not it that has cut Rahab and wounded the dragon? Are you not it which has dried the sea, the waters of the great deep, that has made the depths of the sea a way for the ransom to pass over? Therefore the redeemed of the Lord shall return and come with singing to Zion. Everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. I, even I, am he that comforts you. Who are you that you should be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man, which shall be made as grass? Remember, grass is cut down. And forget the Lord your Maker, that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, and is feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy. And where is the fury of the oppressor? The captive exile hastens that he may be loosed. He hurries that he may be cut loose, and that he should not die in the pit, nor that his bread should fail. But I am the Lord thy God, that divided the sea, whose waves roared. The Lord of hosts is his name. And I have put my words in your mouth, and I have covered you in the shadow of my hand, that I may plant the heavens and lay the foundations of the earth, and say unto Zion, you are my people. Now briefly, as I've mentioned that, I'm going to go all the way back here to Revelation. We're going to go to chapter 19 real quick, and I want to go and directly read out verse 10 of chapter 19 in Revelation. It says, and I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, see that you do it not. I am your fellow servant, and of your brethren that have the testimony of Jesus. Worship God. For the testimony of Jesus is the spirit of prophecy. Now here is the angel of the Lord telling you to worship God and not a man. That testimony of that man is the spirit of prophecy, as was given Isaiah, Jeremiah, and Ezekiel. Who are we to worship a man or the Son of Man? Now, let's get into this, because it's frustrating to me that the church today will rely on the scattered verses that their leader gives them, but expects the church to believe it in the way that he has been taught to believe it through seminary school and all these other schools that teach the way that they're told to teach. Now, in all honesty, let me calm down a little bit here. If the scriptures are written to us, that means they are for us. And as I was taught from a young age, they're written so we can understand today, which is the reason why these descriptions of events that are prophesied to happen in so many eyes are so hard to understand, because everybody wants to look at it in the most complicated manner, in the most glorified and paranormal explanations. In no way, shape, or form am I discounting what's in the scriptures. But I do know that in school, I was terrible at math. Simple math, long division, multiplication, you got it. I'm good with that. I never understood algebra. I never understood all the rest. My strong points in school, even from a young age, probably starting in the first, second, third grade, I was always 3 and 4 grades up beyond the grade that I was in reading and reading comprehension. I believe that's a blessing for me. Because if you can't comprehend what you're reading, especially in scripture verse to verse, and you can't remember it, you're going to have a problem understanding. So if you don't remember a verse that is mentioned 5 to 10 books back, if you don't remember it, then chances are you're not going to understand how it ties to a verse on the other end of the book. With that being said, let's look at it as literal as it's made. What is the Son of Man? Who is a Son of Man? Well, the Hebrew word for man is Adam. Again, we base our Bible we have today, the Old Testament, from the Jewish scriptures, which would be considered the first 5 books are the Torah, but combined as our Old Testament is the Tanakh. So our scriptures, our foundations, the youth of our faith, I will say the Christian faith, stems literally from the original Hebrew text. So to negate our youth is to negate truth. Now, Jesus, as it's written, declares, I am the way, the behavior, the truth, no lies, and the light. He is an example for the world to follow. Now, no man comes to the Father except through me.